All right, good evening, everyone. So I am Martinet Lee. I'm the co-founder of Zircuit, and I'm also a professor in, like a university. So I teach about blockchain. I come from a technical background. And today I'll be talking about Zircuit, the safe haven for on-chain finance. There's some of my socials there, so you can contact me and follow me right there. So, what is Zircuit? First of all, our mission is, securing Web3 for the next billion users. I'm sure like people here, a lot of people haven't used like blockchain yet. There's a lot of reasons for it, right? But one of the reasons are security. And for us, that is our mission. We want to make sure that it is secure for you guys. And so far, like we've launched 1 year ago, and it has been quite successful. So you can see from the screen that the value that we have secured at its peak is around $3 billion US. We have prevented over 200 and more hacks. We have a lot of ecosystem partners. A lot of users trust us with their assets, etc. Now, what is Zircuit kind of like in a high level? So Zircuit in a high level, what we wanted to do is first, we have the security. We want it to be accessible to everyone. However, it's not just a blockchain. It has to be like give you yield, allow you to do payment, and then allow you to do daily usage. However, all of that starts with security. But before we dive into that, we also need mass adoption. So, we need to have scalability. And Zircuit is a blockchain, is an L2. L2, to give you a little bit of context, is, blockchains like Bitcoin, like Ethereum, they're actually very, very expensive to transact, and they're also very slow. So there are these systems that are called L2 that scale the system, and that is what Zircuit is. Zircuit basically has higher transaction throughput, lower transaction fees, and security that you enjoy from layer 1 blockchains such as Ethereum or Bitcoin. And you can see how it works kind of like down there. So how it works is a lot of the transactions go to the centralized server called Sequencer. It picks up, it packages them together, and then these Sequencer send the final state update to the L1. And this makes it very, very efficient. That's the TLDR of L2. Now, when we say security in the last one, we said security inherited from layer 1. It's talking about the security of the blockchain itself. So you can have faith in your private key, etc., all those kind of stuff. However, there are still a lot of hacks that we have seen in the blockchain world. And me coming from a security background, we see this all the time. These are just from this year, early this year. So what do we do about it? And this is what Zircuit really is, and at the basis level, what we are giving to the people right here. It's a chain that protects everyone. And let me also, because I'm a tech nerd, so I'm going to explain a little bit on the technical side. So the technical side is actually using AI to scan all the transactions. We simulate the transaction, and then we know hey, this one looks malicious, and that one looks like a normal transaction. So we block the malicious transaction off and tell them nah, you're not going in, right? And so we use AI to scan all these things. The model so far, it's been extremely accurate. It identified 99.5% of the real hacks. And actually, on Zircuit itself, there hasn't been any hack yet. And on top of that, it doesn't only prevent from hacks. Users often get phished as well. And I am very happy to tell you guys I believe over the last 2 months only, there has been $2.2 million US of phishing attempts that we have stopped. So we basically, user didn't lose the money because that we have the system in place. And that's just a graph right there. You have a lot of transactions coming into Zircuit. The red ones are the bad ones, and at the end, we don't include them into the block. And this gives extra security to user. And because of these extra security, so we get a lot of trust from our institution partners. So we're backed by Easy Labs, Pantera, Dragonfly Capital, Maelstrom, Mirana, Nomad Capital, a lot more others. And then we have a lot of these partners. These are the reasons why. And why are we doing this, and who are us, right? And who's behind Zircuit? And basically, we're just a bunch of security experts. So we're ex-quant stampers. What we did before is we audited and secured more than 200 billion USD worth of ecosystem. So we audited Ethereum, we audited Avalanche, Binance Smart Chain, Yearn Finance, etc. A lot of like these protocols that you may have known and familiar with, MakerDAO. All these we have helped audited before. And people behind the companies from like all the different nice organizations and famous universities. And on top of that, we continuously to do research and continuously like push out like the technical leadership as I've shown there. So we get grants from Ethereum Foundation and then zero knowledge related research on the Zcash Foundation, etc. Now, Zircuit, I've been talking about the security side of things and then the L2 side of things. Yes, that is the basis. And as I have shown in previous ones, like, security is one of the pillars of Zircuit, but that shouldn't be the only thing. And so we're evolving beyond just L2. So there are a lot of different things that we're doing, and then like the two major directions I would say mentioned here is one is enterprise-based application, because Zircuit has the capability to give a custom functionality on top of the smart contracts for the enterprises, be it KYC usage, KYB like needs, etc. We all can kind of accommodate. So that is one of it. The other is the idea of bringing real secure finance to people that are here and like people who are not used to MetaMask, completely web-free thing, but giving them what? One, the security insurance kind of thing, but still you want all the finance related stuff, which is yield opportunities. You want trading as well. You want the robo trading strategy, like the AI strategy that you have. One of the key things as well is to be insured. Like when you guys are in the banks, etc., like those are insured and you feel protected, etc. And so these are the things that we think is very important. And of course, daily use credit cards. So these are kind of like what we see as Zircuit progresses and evolves. And this is exactly what I'm talking about here. So we have the yield product coming very, very soon, and it's going to call Zircuit Finance. It's part of the Zircuit Finance first project, and then this yield product. So what you'll get is you get yield across top quality DeFi and also CeFi. On the institutional side, we partner with like really tier 1 institutions with high yield, like USD percentage. There's also DeFi. On the DeFi side, we work with all of the chains. It's cross-chain and not multi-chain. This is very important because if you're DeFi native here, then you probably know like there's a lot of multi-chain dApps, and you need to select which chain that you're invested in, or all those like opportunities that you need to select, and still a lot of decisions to be made. But all that stuff needs to be abstracted away. So we basically built this for you, and then hide all that while still retaining all the transparency. If technical people want to see it, everything is still on-chain, right? And one of the key features I would say for this thing is that we have insurance as well. So it is insured per user via a like web-free insurance protocol called Chainproof. This is the only licensed insurance firm, as far as I know, that does web-free insurance. So you get insurance as you would do in the banks, etc. And you can see the screenshots here. It should be easy to use as if you're using your bank or like Robinhood, etc. All these like Web2 investment stuff. So that's a very quick one about Zircuit because I know it has been a long day and it's actually amazing to see still so many people around here. So, Zircuit, kind of in short, what we do is the L2 itself builds the secure foundation for users, and now we're going on the next journey, which is Zircuit Finance, and then it will become the safe haven for on-chain finance, for your finance and for everyone's. And this is launching very, very soon. So please do follow us on Twitter and, chat with me on Twitter as well. And thank you guys so much. Have a great evening.
Thank you very much, Mr. Martinet Lee, for this amazing session where you share with us the knowledge about this digital world here. So amazing, so interesting.